Hello, guzzlers. I just came up with that. It's good, right?
That's foul. It's truly fucking apprehensible.
It's pretty good. I'll call my fans this now.
Okay. Why am I here?
Well, Coulter, I really know the purpose of what we're supposed to say. So, why don't you give the viewers a little background?
Oh, is this the Marvel shit?
Okay, I lied. There's no free pizza. This is just getting an excuse to talk about Marvel.
God damn it. Look, viewers, guzzlers, whatever you're called, you foul beasts. Creatures!
I'll get that on a t-shirt. Then we get pins that say creatures!
Impurity!
Oh!
Anyways, I don't like Marvel. I've seen like 2 Marvel movies
and one show.
Nicholas, I did see one. I saw both the Guardians movies and WandaVision, and I like the Guardians movies because James Gunn he's good for the most part. And I watched WandaVision, and it was good up until it became a Marvel movie, and then it became fucking hog shit, bullshit, Junior the Third.
I think that's New British.
I think that's one of Prince Andrew's victims. Cut that out, cut that out, cut that out.
You're editing that.
Alright, so Nicholas is here to show me what I've been missing and bring me to the light side of Kevin Feige.
I don't know why, but I don't feel like that's the right term.
I can't say that. Cut that out, cut that out, cut that out.
You're editing this.
You're editing my balls. Alright, start.
Start the game?
Go off. Go off, Queen.
Okay, so first, we're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and not the comics.
Blowing my nose. This is giving me a nosebleed.
This is giving me blood. This is giving blood.
Giving me nose.
This is giving blood.
Giving blood. This is giving blood. Okay. You're gonna go?
Wait, I was waiting for your cue.
Look, I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of Marvel. I feel the same way about it as I do like Star Wars. Like I've never seen a Star Wars movie or Star Wars show or any of that. But I feel like I get the gist, so I feel like you should more tell me about like what's coming.
So what's like upcoming?
Yeah, what's coming.
Okay.
This is our new segment. What's coming? Oh.
Hint! It's me!
No sex!
That's also my segment name.
I'm the sex!
My name is Borat.
Not a Borat. Speak your shit.
Okay, so we're talking about the current phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Sure.
Well, right now we're currently.
Whatever gets this over fast.
Okay, we'll start at phase 1 then. No.
No. Actually, we can start at phase 10 or whatever.
Okay, so where we're at right now is after the explosive finale of Loki season 1, episode 6.
Is that the show where he has sex with himself?
Yeah.
My dream.
Yeah, it's if you'll see any of our other HCast material, this will, I'm assuming, be plugged in the corner. Kilter is very much a fan of the Onceler.
I'm not a fan of the one. Look, I'm just saying.
I don't support the guy. I just support his ideas.
That's gonna get so clipped out of context. I'm just saying that if you had a clone of yourself and you had free reign to do whatever you want, you're telling me that wouldn't cross your mind at least once.
It'd at least take a while. Yours is first.
I think it's frankly preposterous that you're. I think it's frankly hippopotamus that you're acting like.
I think it's Frank Hippopotamus.
I think it's Frank the hippopotamus. Quit sidetracking me. I'm fucking tracking and tracking. Let's go.
Okay, so in the season 1 finale, Loki, season 1, episode 6, For All Time Always. You have
that shit memorized?
Of course, who doesn't?
Man, you really are scum.
This wretched hive of scum and villainy.
What?
It's a Star Wars thing you also don't get. We're doing that next.
What the hell is a star?
Get Galileo in the room.
Galileo sucks my ass.
I don't think he does.
Look, just say that. Look, I
just
won because you're too busy being red.
Red hot chili.
I'm red.
Red hot chili peppers.
Exactly. Now let's go.
And so basically, in the season 1 finale, season 1 episode 6, For All Time Always of Loki, it was introduced that a strange man it was introduced to the concept, the TVA, the organization that deals with the sacred timeline and protects basically the concept of everything is in order and the way it should be. Well,
like the League of Alternate Hitlers.
Yeah, also, which will also be plugged in here. Not them. I mean the video. I mean, we are not supporting Hitler right now.
We are not sponsored by the League of Alternate Hitlers.
Sponsored. League of Legends.
I think that might be worse than Hitler.
Use code
Use code Adolf for 60% off your next. It's free.
It's free. I was gonna say champion, but it's not how that game works.
Look, if League of Legends wanted to sponsor me, I'd call them Hitler.
You were gonna say I'd call him. That's like, I'll get the go ahead.
Alright, I'll call them. Hey, you guys cool with us calling you Hitler? Look, allegedly, League of Legends is run by Hitler. Allegedly.
This is only alleged.
I gotta cover our ass legally. Allegedly, Hitler would have been a League of Legends player.
Allegedly, he founded the company.
Allegedly.
So yeah, should we get on to Loki now?
Yeah, where were we? Loki, Sexton, and Sexton, whatever.
And he fights this giant cloud dog with an army of himself.
Cloud dog?
Yeah, it was a dog made of clouds made of Doom itself. Not Doctor Doom, he's a totally different guy. And so like a cloud made of like, I don't know, suffering entropy. I don't know what he does. So they fight back.
Sounds like my Friday night.
Ba-da-bum!
Shut up.
and so they fight past a giant dog made of clouds that ends universes to reach the end of time itself.
Like my fart. Loki says, okay, that just happened.
I'm just not over like my fart.
Cloud much? He's right behind me, isn't he?
I'm gonna keep going now.
I will challenge Kevin Feige to a boxing match.
Personally, I think you'd beat your ass.
He could beat my ass? Okay, I'm gonna pull up a picture of him. What does he look like? Hold on. AFK. If you kill me, that means you're a bad friend.
Don't worry, I'll be fair.
Okay, hold up. I gotta pull up a picture of this motherfucker. Oh, what the hell? This guy could beat my ass. I thought he was some skinny twink. Why does he always wear a baseball cap?
We don't know.
And I'm an adult man in a baseball cap.
Can I keep talking?
He looks like a slightly bigger Ron Howard.
Who?
You're playing!
Oh wait, I forgot.
Bastard. Anyway. So Loki kills Cloud Daddy.
And it turned out it was a big guard dog to the end of the universe itself, where there's a guy there. That guy is He Who Remains, and he guards. He secretly.
That's his name?
Well, I guess that's his name. Okay, so basically, this guy is supposed to be one of an infinite number. Well, I guess it's implied, but they kind of tell us. So, basically, this guy is supposed to be a variant of one super powerful guy named Kang the Conqueror. He's a time-traveling scientist man who got bored of science and thought, hey, I want to go back in time and be all cool. And so first he went to Egypt and took the name Ramatut, so he would be in Egypt and everybody loves him because he's the important guy. But then the Fantastic Four, who don't, I'm talking about, okay, so this has no relation to the movies. And so they do. Okay, everyone, hopefully I'll put this at the front of the video, but spoiler warning, I will be saying everything.
Spoiler warning for all you fucking stupid, idiotic creatures! I give a shit. I'm really mean. Is Kang the guy who's played by the alleged sex pest?
Yes.
Allegedly a sex pest.
The alleged user.
Yeah. Also, probably.
Yeah. So, that guy, played by... that guy is a variant of one of an infinite number of Kang the Conquerors. This one just happened to be the one that took care of that founded the TVA. But this one, he didn't like the other ones, and so he formed it to stop specifically all his other ones. And so there wouldn't be more of him. He created the TVA and created the sacred timeline, so no multiverse would branch out and create the rest of hymns. Because
you lost me there, pal. What's a sacred timeline?
The Time Variance Authority was founded to protect a sacred timeline in which it's a predetermined path where whenever something new happens and another universe is created, they go in, see if it's too bad and would change things too much, and if it doesn't, they just let it go. If it does, they blow it out of existence and send it to the dog.
So just making sure I'm following here. There's a bunch of time gods.
They're time cops.
That's literally a Rick and Morty episode, but okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like Rick and Morty.
So there's time cops that police other
timelines.
And dimensions and multiverses.
Not dimensions, but multiverses, yes.
And oh my god, because there's such an important difference.
There really is. There's a whole lot there.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. And if something in the timeline is too bad or too different from other timelines, they fix it.
Yeah.
And they destroy it and send it to the dogs, and it kills everyone.
Yeah, the Cloud Dog is the eater of universes.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of there being a multiverse?
The problem is they don't. The Time Variance Authority and that particular King, He Who Remains, he doesn't want a multiverse. He doesn't want his other guys to be there, and so they're trying their best to not create a multiverse.
It's not really a true multiverse. Right? Isn't the whole draw of the multiverse is that anything is possible and anything can happen?
Yes.
But isn't this that there's only a handful of timelines that are similar to each other?
It's that, you mean in Marvel or in this?
Isn't this Marvel? What the hell are we talking about?
You mean like in the whole cinematic universe, like the MCU, or do you mean like in this particular?
Are multiverses important to the MCU?
They are. So now they are. They weren't, but okay. So
and that's why Spider-Man: No Way Home, because that's like Tobey Maguire shows up and he could be like, "I'm from Tobey Maguire." Did you see that shit? I saw an article, and it's like Tobey Maguire was instructed to like pause for 3 seconds so the audiences could clap and cheer.
And they did.
Look, I am not one to judge what people like. If you like Marvel, then you should be dead. The internet's gonna kill me over this.
Yeah, you're going on the stake.
I'm dead. Look, Marvel fans, shut up.
Should I continue?
Yes.
And so, the point of this is there's no, at this point there's no true multiverse, and this He Who Remains guy has specifically been wanting to, and has specifically been trying to stop them. So where we are now, there's only a few differences, and a new timeline pops up. And they show up. If there's something too bad, they blow it up, and that keeps their particular order of things. Except what the problem is that if this Kang guy, if the multiverse were to run free, there'd always be a Kang, and then those guys learn how to travel the multiverse, and then it leads into a full blown, basically total chaos and war between universes themselves. And so He Who Remains, he doesn't want that to happen. So he forms the TVA guy, disguising as a bunch of like, I think they looked like lizards. I can't fully remember that. Three strange men called the Timekeepers. Yeah, like reptilians. And so they show up, and they were supposedly the ones that founded the TVA to keep, and he makes them like the public face, or the face of the TVA. And so it's like, he's not the dimensional warlord, he's like three lizard men that decided to do it. And so,
trench coat?
Yeah, well, not in a trench coat. They're three separate lizard men, but. And so basically,
okay.
And so. The Loki, so in Avengers Endgame, Loki, they time traveled back to 2012 using shrinking stuff, and they ended up back in 2012 during the events of the first Avengers film, and they messed every single thing they possibly could up. And so, like, Tony Stark, they gave a heart attack. Hulk, I think smashed through. Oh yeah, because a tinier man showed up in his heart, and then he punched him or something. And so Tony Stark had.
When Ant-Man goes up his ass or whatever he does.
He doesn't do that, but he did something like that.
He doesn't do that? I thought he did.
Now we're thinking about it.
Wait, Tony Stark does die at the end of Endgame. He died because a tiny bratwurst man went into his heart and killed him?
No, that was past Tony Stark. Future Tony Stark did that.
Because no one ever really dies. Unless you're Jonathan Major's career.
It went so silent because that was just it felt so both philosophical, threatening, and really odd. No one ever really dies. And it was really scary.
That's from something, right? Isn't that from Star Wars?
No.
Oh, well, you're stupid. You should like good things. I just killed myself.
So, I think the Hulk, the Hulk was going up so the Hulk rampaged through the building because he couldn't take the elevator. Tony Stark had a heart attack.
This is all one thing?
No.
What?
Wait, this is all one phase. No, actually, that was in the last phase, but
You said that this is. Are we still talking about Loki?
Yeah, I was getting there.
I am losing my shit right now.
So the events of Loki. So Captain America in the original one had to fight a room full of Nazi men who were
you're not skipping over that. There's Nazis in Marvel.
Oh, you really didn't know? You really don't know anything about Marvel.
How are they gonna market that to Germany? Aren't they supposed to be as marketable as possible?
Everywhere, but I think Hong Kong. I feel like they're banned there.
Yeah.
And it
happens.
And so basically they did the. So, what did I just say? I forgot.
Nazis.
Okay.
Nazis.
So Captain America, he's American and he fights Nazis a lot.
Fights Nazis.
And so these Nazis are particularly Hydra, a German.
Captain America a nationalist?
Well, he fights for his nation, so by technicality.
Oh no!
Oh, there also was a comic run where he became one of those Nazis he fights against, and boy, did people hate it.
Who plays Captain America? Chris Evans.
Chris Evans,
right? Okay. And who plays Thor?
Chris Hemsworth.
And who plays Star-Lord?
Chris Pratt.
Ah! Okay, can I tangent? This is probably going to be like 40 minutes long. Can I tangent?
We'll see.
There's a scene in the movie Free Guy, right?
Right.
Where Ryan Reynolds' character, gets a Captain America shield, and then it cuts to Chris Evans saying, "What the shit?" What did you think of that scene, Nicholas?
I like the film Free Guy.
What did you think of that scene where he pulls out the Captain America shield?
I mean, it was entertaining.
That's the only time I've ever watched a movie, and I paused the TV and I walked out of the room for 5 minutes.
You weren't in the theater. You watched this at home, and you walked out of the room for 5 minutes.
I don't know what I did. I don't think that I breathed for those 5 minutes.
Like, I imagine there was a 5-minute blacked out period of your memory.
I think that one of my prefrontal cortexes snapped.
Synapses just froze. Nothing there.
Exactly. Continue. Chris Evans is fighting Nazis.
So Chris Evans, his arch enemies are Nazis. They're Hydra, and they want to take over the world for Nazis. And they're led by a giant guy that's red Skull. He's not giant. He's pretty normal man build. And so this red guy.
That's important.
And so this red guy, he's a Nazi.
Red guy.
He's a Nazi, and
okay.
Captain America fights him, and he has a bunch of Nazi spies, and so they've infiltrated a bunch of the organizations like Shield, which is the American
what is Shield?
They're an organization I think they're particularly American. They might just be generally world, but I think they're American. An organization dedicated to protecting, in general, protecting humanity from a bunch of threats, whether it be spies like Hydra, whether it be
the UN.
They're a lot closer to the FBI than the UN.
Okay, and they work with superheroes.
Yeah. So,
God.
I believe by the first movie it was headed by Nick Fury, and then it was so basically they're the closest thing to. They're the superhuman FBI. They work with them, run them, all that. And so this is entirely unrelated.
I have a question.
Yes.
And tell me if this makes you sound uncultured or not. There are some Marvel heroes who have special powers, right?
You mean like you mean like they have innate abilities like in their biology?
Yeah, like Thor, like he's a god, right?
Yeah, Thor's a god.
And like, yeah.
You're right.
I'm trying to think of other, or like the Flash, like he can run fast because like magic, right, or whatever.
He's not Marvel.
That was so not a bit. That was not a bit. I don't want to do this anymore. This is gonna make me look really stupid. That actually... Dude, I pretend to not know things sometimes as a joke, but that was completely genuine. I forgot that Flash was DC. Oh my god, what are the other Marvel heroes? Who are they?
You want me to start listing?
Like, the ones in the movies. Like, what's one that I would know?
Iron Man.
Like, no, but like, what are ones that like aren't just guys with suits? Like, what are ones that like have powers?
Do you mean like including magic or not?
Yeah, sure. Or like Doctor Strange. Like,
that's what I was about to say.
Like he's the magic.
He learned magic.
So, is there ever like disagreements between the ones who like have innate powers and the ones who are just guys in costumes? Because Captain America, he just has metal.
Oh, okay. So, for one, Captain America. So it's that it's not just his shield that makes him like think. He took the super soldier serum, which made him like super strong, super fast, super like. I don't know if it does anything to his brain or something, but it gave him super stuff. And I guess technically conflicts between them. Well, there was civil war, but that was between two guys who didn't have powers. And
what about like Batman? Like, which side would he have been on?
Well, which side would he have been on?
Yeah, well, like in Civil War, which side was he on?
He wasn't in Civil War because he's DC.
That was a joke.
I was not sure whether to point it out.
Really? Come on. I know who fucking Batman is. Sorry I don't know Ezra Miller's fucking...
you didn't know Ezra Miller was...
I didn't know Ezra Miller was fucking...
I didn't know!
I had no idea!
And so...
Ezra Miller be like, what if I bomb Alaska?
There goes... Put in the clip from SnapQ Sonic fandom. There goes... Oh,
You put it in!
You're editing this!
I don't edit!
I don't dance, no. Hey, batter, hey, batter.
Ezra Miller be like, what if I just cut Saudi Arabia in half?
Phil Swift here.
And then what's the John Mulaney quote where he says, "You can do whatever you want forever." That's DC to them. You can do whatever you want forever. I'm sorry, but Ezra Miller does look like Nathan Fielder.
With really good grades.
I graduated from Canada's top business school with really good... We're not even done with Loki! Keep going!
I'm... Okay, so do I go back to Loki? Do I go back to the Avengers Endgame? Do I go back to Captain America?
Fuck Loki. What's next? What's after Loki? I don't give a shit about sex, self, man.
Okay. So the Loki had killed the guy and accidentally let loose the full power of the multiverse, which introduced a bunch of Kangs, all of them wanting to destroy and take over their multiverse.
A bunch of Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, a bunch of Jonathan Majors.
All sex pets. What's allegedly?
Allegedly.
What's the quote from Infinity War? See, I know that where Doctor Strange is like, "There's a million universes, but only in one of them is John Majors not a sex pet."
16
allegedly.
Million. Oh, 16,500,000 possibilities.
Did the mic just catch me ripping absolute ass?
I think it caught the first bit.
What?
I think it caught the first bit.
I think it's happened a couple times.
Hey, bada bada, hey, bada bada, swing. Okay.
Okay, so a bunch of Jonathan Majors.
We're let loose across a now existing multiverse.
So it didn't exist at first. It was just one timeline, and then
it was one timeline that occasionally branched off, and the TVA had to take care of that. But now, after they killed the guy that ran the TVA, it became the actual multiverse, infinite possibilities. Okay. And so, at that point, the multiverse was let loose, and Kang is out and free. And so, at that point, it started off with. Well, technically, okay. So, Phase 5 started with Quantumania, which was the introduction of... Technically, He Who Remains wasn't the, evil Time Warlord.
Which I heard was bad.
It was... Critics hated it. Absolutely hated it. And, mainly because... I feel like a big part... Okay, they did a few things wrong. But overall, it's the fact it wasn't exactly a Marvel. It didn't really have callbacks to everything else. It was kind of a relatively self-contained other than Kang.
Okay.
And so...
So the new Ant-Man, which is Ant-Man... The third Ant-Man, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, spoiler for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania ahead.
Which is the one where Ruben goes, "Attack us, Spider-Man!"
Yeah.
I cannot think of any good card ideas because this guy keeps
fighting!
So, Ruben, does he play a major role?
He's more than a cameo.
Is he Kang?
They should make him a variant. Oh, I haven't even mentioned variants yet. Okay, so variant is like You asked me about this, you suffer. And so...
okay, so they're variants.
So variants is what they call the term for different multiversal versions of a particular person. Whether it's a Loki, and it could be a Loki, it could be, and all that.
Be anyone.
Yeah, any given one.
Alternate universes.
Yes. And so...
I understand multiverses, bro. I've watched Rick and Morty.
I watched Wreck-It Ralph.
I watched Wreck-It Ralph. I understand quantum theory.
And so...
Wreck-It Ralph. That's actually a good movie.
It's
a good Wreck-It Ralph. Everyone go watch Wreck-It Ralph.
Everybody go... Pause this, go watch Wreck-It Ralph. Pause it again, go watch... I don't know, 2015 Fantastic Four. That one sucked.
Fantastic Four is DC, right?
You're joking.
Am I wrong? I thought I got it right. I'm not bidding. You think I'm bidding?
You're doing another bit, right?
You think I'm bidding? Fantastic Four is no, because it's X-Men, right? Right?
You're as far off as you could be.
I'm laughing.
You're as far off. Coulter.
Fantastic.
Their tagline is Marvel's First Family.
Oh, I know the fucking tagline. Fantastic Four is the one with John Krasinski, right?
Well, he was the guy in Doctor Strange. Oh, we haven't even talked about Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness yet.
I don't care.
Then why'd you ask?
Because John Krasinski is in Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four is Marvel, not DC.
Yes, and they are not the X-Men. They are not mutants at all.
I thought they were a spin-off of X. One of them is literally Big Daddy Rock, and you're telling me that's not a mutant?
No, not in the slightest.
Okay. So how does X-Men fit into it? I don't care. Didn't want to ask.
Well, you did, so you deal with it.
Don't even want to hear it. Don't even want to hear it. So, Fantastic Four is Marvel, right?
Yes, and they're not mutants. They had a son that was a mutant somehow, but they didn't...
Got it. So Fantastic Four is canon.
Okay, so Multiverse of Madness means, and the guy...
Can you hear me slamming this?
Yes, it was very loud.
Good. I'm glad that got picked up.
Multiverse of Madness, that one, the John Krasinski, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic stretchy guy,
That's the one with that guy that everyone wouldn't shut up about was directing it.
Sam Raimi.
Where everyone was like, "Oh, it's got that Sam Raimi flair."
Yeah.
Which no one was able to describe what it fucking was. Cause he did Evil Dead, right?
Yeah.
And the Tobey Maguire ones?
Yeah.
So his thing is that he's kind of like campy, right?
He's horror, and he's, I guess, kind of him. Yeah, I think so.
Well, everyone was like shitting their pants because everyone's like, they show blood in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, Ray Richards blew his brains out. No, that was actually Black Bolt.
Black Bolt?
Black Bolt, King of the Inhumans.
I have nothing to say.
You sure?
I have not a word to say.
Someone ask about them?
Nope. I have nothing to say about the Inhumans and the fact that someone named Black Bolt is the leader of them.
His real name is Blackagar Boltagon, actually.
You are fucking...
I'm not even joking. His real canon name is Blackagar Boltagon.
Barbrat.
I swear, his real name is Blackagar Boltagon canonically.
I just feel broken. I just don't... Scorsese warned us.
And then they shot him.
We drove him off the fucking
Kevin
internet.
Feige defeated him in the duel.
And he warned us. He warned us. And we did nothing. We just let this happen.
He was over there on the bench.
We just let this happen. There is a guy named Blackagon Boltagon.
Blackagar Boltagon with an R.
And that's a part of popular culture, and we're just okay with that. We just sleep at night.
Yeah, we
knowing
do.
that we did this!
War never changes.
No! What the hell happens in Ant-Man 8?
So, it's relatively...
The big fucking boss baby motherfucker shows up and he looks like he's from a fucking Spy Kids movie.
MODOK is so bad. They did nothing right. And so they made
blacka. Good.
Well, he literally didn't. The one thing that his character could tell is the fact he doesn't talk. So the one thing, technically, they got the one thing on him right. So he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk because his voice can explode things.
I think we know why. It's so they didn't have to pay for the CGI for the mouth movement.
Oh, actually, in that one, so basically his the thing that
Kevin Feige is whipping animators by the fucking that literally live in fucking sweatshops, and he's like, no, you gotta make sure that Ant-Man looks good. God forbid Ant-Man doesn't look good.
There will be people going cuckoo for my cuckoos.
Allegedly, Kevin Feige. Did I say Kevin Smith?
I don't think you did, but that'd be really funny.
I think I said Kevin Smith.
At least you didn't say Kevin Spacey.
It's like, what if... Kevin Smith is like, what if I turn my baseball cap backwards?
Ant-Man. So, it's like they get stuck in Tiny Land, which is an alternate dimension. And not alternate universe, alternate dimension.
What?
So they can shrink down into an alternate dimension where time moves slower.
Like Inception.
I guess like Inception?
You were describing the worst season of Rick and Morty.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they had a much worse one.
They're going to. Allegedly.
Okay.
So Ant-Man. Can I do a recap to make sure I'm following this?
Yes.
So Loki is like Thor's brother,
Yes.
and he's sad because no one likes him. And he has sex with himself, and then he goes to timeline, and then he make more timeline.
Well,
And everyone's mad at him for making more timeline because they want one timeline.
well,
And then Kang shows up, and there's a bunch of Kangs from the timelines, and they all want to destroy the universe.
no, they want to conquer the universe.
They want to conquer the universe because backstory.
Well, not actually, not. It's not really in the
And
backstory.
then-
He just really wants it.
And then Paul Rudd is Ant, and there's a Wasp. And
It's a
he
whole Ant
is-
family.
And he's. It's really a movie about family. That's what makes it so. And then he's small,
Yep.
like an ant.
Well, he can also be big, like not an ant.
Hey, Nicholas.
Yeah, Coulter?
I got a question, bud.
Yeah, Coulter?
Why in the blueberry fuck? They call him Ant-Man. When he goes big.
Well, it's because he can talk to ants.
There's a gun in my mouth. Oh. This is on our hands. Oh, and this is the most money-making thing in existence.
Well, it's probably a few more things, but
I'm like what, fentanyl distribution?
I think there was that one guy
I'd
that's
rather smoke fentanyl than watch Ant-Man 8. Ant-Man gets big dick and talks to ants.
No, that was 3.
Hey, so what happens after Ant-Man?
So, Ant-Man let loose the... So, Ant-Man... So, Kang came out of the... So, all the... Okay, so Ant-Man... Okay, so Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh my god, say it!
So, it turns out that the
What
wall...
does Ant-Man do?
He gets stuck in Tiny Land, and it turns out that...
And you just said that!
Sorry, Tiny Dimension.
Oh, okay, maybe that's fine.
And so his friend, his mentor, Hank Pym, who used to be the Ant-Man, he's there with him, his daughter, his girlfriend / wife, who is the daughter of his mentor, and
Friend / wife?
what?
Did you say girlfriend / wife?
I forget whichever works.
I think it's one or the other, kid.
Whichever works.
Okay. Whichever they feel like on the day.
It depends.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is Marvel participating in the current writer's strike?
They have stopped production on Daredevil Born Again, which is their Daredevil. It might be on Echo. I don't believe so. And I believe they've stopped filming on Blade.
That's nice.
He fights vampires.
I'm aware what Blade is. Only because I watched the Community episode. Okay. Or are we caught up?
Well, the post-credit scene of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Spoilers ahead for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Oh, if this old coach could talk.
I'm broken.
So, in the post-credit scene, it's revealed that. So. Okay, so, just so you know, the main Kang gets eaten by a pack of super intelligent ants. He dies. And,
As you do.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really...
My head is in my hand.
Oh,
are you still on the game?
Yeah, I've been playing this whole time.
I haven't been on the game for the past 10 minutes.
I've won 5 rounds.
He's eaten by ants.
And
Paul Rudd is small.
And he dies. Then they go back to normal, and everybody's good. Except it turns out that of all of the Kangs, the previous ones, they instead decide that to have the multiverse, they have to go against one particular. That if they want the multiverse, then they want and then they have to get rid of one particular constant, the Avengers. And so a whole like football stadium full of Kangs goes up and agrees that they need to work together and take down the Avengers.
Got it.
And then in the other post-credit sequence, this was a preview of Loki season 2, in which Loki and Owen Wilson are so. And I forgot to mention, he's Morbius and Morbius, and time agent, and so he's. It's Mobius and Mobius.
Morbius?
Mobius. 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 It's not pronounced like Morbius. He's not related to Morbius.
I'm gonna do a crime.
He's not connected to Morbius in any way.
I need to hit something.
And so, after they killed Kang, everything went all wonky, and Loki got trapped in a different timeline where he never had his wacky adventures with the Time Police, and everybody forgot who he was. And Kang now was the ruler of the TVA, and they still were there, but they worked for him now, and so. Loki tried to convince Mobius that he was in a world that shouldn't exist, and then they went off on wacky adventures, I guess, to defeat Kang, which is in Loki season 2, which hasn't premiered yet. But in the post-credit sequence, it appears that he is in somewhere in the 1920s, where a man named Victor Timely is showcasing a presentation on the wonders of time itself. Victor Timely. I think it's an alias. I don't think that's his real name.
Okay.
And so, they're at a presentation in the 1920s by Victor Timely, who is a Kang variant, and a known alias of Kang in the comics.
Sure is.
And so, he's giving some sort of presentation, and Loki is terrified of this man, knowing that he's killed trillions of multiverses before, and destroyed everything.
Victor Timely?
Victor Timely. He's Kang the Conqueror, but I think he's using an alias.
You think that? Or is that your game theory, or is that a fact?
It's a known alias of Kang in the comics. So it's possible this is a variant named Victor Timely. And he's very scared, and Morbius is like, what's the hubbub? This guy just seems like a wacky, kooky, reclusive biology professor. And Loki's like, quivering in his baby seal leather boots. Well, Morbius is just casual. And then, after that, I believe that's currently the last known project in the MCU.
Are we done?
Let me check the shows.
Am I free?
Let me see what the most recent show that involved multiverse was. Wait a second. Oh! You didn't ask me about the multiverse. You asked me what's currently going on in Marvel. Okay. So we didn't even talk about Captain America.
Oh,
we didn't even talk about Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
No.
And we didn't even talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And we didn't even talk about Miss Marvel. And we didn't even mention No Way Home. And I don't think we even
You make me
I don't
fucking
think we ever... Hang on.
Hey, Nicholas?
Yeah?
Can I read out, just for the fuck of it, these are all of the upcoming Marvel properties.
Yes, and I'll give a short synopsis after each one.
Secret Invasion.
About a shape-shifting race of aliens known as Skrulls who have infiltrated the government of the... infiltrated the government. Formerly the adopted daughter of the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, who is blind
Loki
and has
season.
power to... The one focusing on Loki, attempting to figure out... to discover Kang and find a way to
keeping you
defeat
on your
him.
fucking toes, bro. Ironheart.
It's about a character introduced from Wakanda Forever, Riri Williams, who built her own Iron Man suit out of garbage at her college, and worked the Marvels. Oh, that was about a crossover between Captain Marvel and Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel,
Agatha Coven of Chaos,
about Agatha Harkness from WandaVision, and apparently on history and her wacky adventures with her coven, blah blah blah.
Captain America: New World Order.
About the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, after Steve Rogers supposedly died.
Thunderbolts.
And, about a team of reformed villains, including the Red Hulk, led by the Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross, including rosters like the, I believe members such as the Red Guardian. About the Vampire Hunter Blade, Hunter, who was also half vampire himself. About apparently, I guess it's supposed to be a buddy cop road trip movie between him and Wolverine.
Fantastic Four.
Obviously, the Fantastic Four are Marvel's first family, essentially the ordinary of
Avengers:
the
The Kang Dynasty.
About Kang and the other Kang variants working together to annihilate the Earth once and for all. The collapse of the entire multiverse, originally in the comics, all the whim of Doctor Doom. So Secret Wars, it seems to be very different.
The next 10 years planned out.
Well, like the next 6. And Secret Wars was very different in the comics. It was Doctor Doom, who hasn't even been introduced yet, not even teased. And we didn't even talk about Eternals.
I am in an eternity of misery.
Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be
Are we done? Can I go home now?
Hang on, let me check the list of shows.
Who watches this stuff?
We didn't even talk about Moon Knight!
No! Oh my god.
I'm gonna keep finding things.
Join us next time where I tell Nicholas the synopsis of every A24 movie.
Do we have to stop now?
Shut it off!
Well, viewers, you're welcome. Coulter, say bye to the viewers.
Subscribe to C-Minion. Don't ever fucking... If you comment the word Marvel, you're getting fucking banned.
Everyone comment the word Marvel on C-Minion channel.
No, don't increase my analytics by talking about popular things in my comments. Don't do that.
Oh, absolutely don't mention incredibly popular.
Do not go to the C-Minion channel, like and subscribe with notifications on, and comment Marvel, Markiplier, Daredevil, Iron Man, Avatar, Oprah.
Oprah.
Shit. Oh, Oprah. Don't comment that.
Don't use hashtags either.
Don't use hashtag Zeepasapa.
Hashtag Jupiter.
Shut the fuck up. Shut it off.
Bye-bye, viewers. See you next time.
Fuck you!